Hello, how's it going? My name is Harry Hudson Taylor. I'm the second half of the duo Hudson Taylor. I sing mainly the backup vocals and play guitar, lead guitar. So yeah, I always have these around my neck. Basically, these are Cosmic Ears, UK in-ears company. They're really nice, quite affordable, but they have got like full 18 drivers and stuff, so it's nice. You were speaking to my brother Alfie, and he had a Loudon. This is also a Loudon, and what model is it again? Oh yeah, it's an F50. Also has the Anthem pickup in it, the Eller Bags Anthem, which is great. It's so beautiful. You can get a bit of mic in there, and it doesn't feed back, but it makes the guitar sound less DI crap. I use elixir strings on this as well. I haven't even changed these ones for quite a long time because I just like the sound of the as they get older. Yeah, I love this thing. Myself and Alfie both bought our Loudon guitars on the same day when we went to visit their factory in Northern Ireland. Yeah, it's just nice to have to represent Ireland and have some nice Irish guitars. These guys are doing amazing things nowadays. I've seen them, doing great big displays at NAMM and stuff like that. So yeah, really proud to have this as my acoustic axe. So this is one of my electric guitars. This is the one I would use mostly. It's a 339 Gibson Custom Shop from 2009. I bought it in Nashville actually a couple of years ago in Eastside Music Supply. I was there just on a holiday and I went guitar shopping. I actually bought this hat there as well. But yeah, I love this thing. I just find it to be super versatile, and yeah, I mean it works for our sound. I'd sometimes play a telly as well, but yeah, this is my workhorse, which I've literally played already in the last 2 years. Probably played 300 shows with. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. I use, I think, Ernie balls mainly, and I think it's like, what are they called? Custom strings, where you have lower gauge at the top and higher gauge, or other way around, higher gauge at the top, lower gauge at the bottom. I like because this guitar has a smaller body than the 335. It's like basically a 335 but with a smaller body. I chose this mainly because I'm quite thin build and quite, I find the 335 gets really tiring, really heavy. So yeah, I like to have the thicker gauge on the bottom just so you still get a bit more tone, but like umphier tone. Generally speaking, yeah, I use 10s, I think. Yeah, I think I use 10s at the bottom and kind of whatever the equivalent next step up is, I guess, for the top bit. Yeah, this is left in the settings for the last song of a gig, which I generally have I have it down in the bridge pickup. I never usually have the tone up full on the bridge. I find it to be, with my particular pedal board setup, which you'll see in a second, I just find it to be just too much high-endy stuff. It's quite snarly it hurts your ears a little bit too much. So I just find rolling that off a little bit, anywhere between, I don't know, 5 and 9. I'll have it. I wouldn't, but I don't generally put it up. My probably most common setting is just to have both pickups engaged, and with the neck pickup at full and this again taken down a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This pedal board might be a little bit sacrilegious to some guitar aficionados out there, as it does not include an amp at all. It includes like an amp simulator, but not like a crazy fancy one. This little firebox thing here. So I'll go through the chain. It goes into my Polytune, and then it goes into this NRG, which I'll tell you about in a moment. And then it skips past this and goes around over here to the Memory Boy, which is just a delay, kind of analog delay thing. Flips over here up to a Strymon Lex, into a Strymon Flint, and into a Strymon Blue Sky, and then they all come back in, looped into the amp simulator, and the amp simulator goes out to a little DI, who are these guys made by? Orchid DIs, which are amazing, super compact, small, and sound great, and if they break, they're really cheap to fix. So yeah, so the design really around it is thanks to our man here, Dave, who's a tech. We were doing a lot of flying around, and we wanted to just get something really small and light and compact. Obviously, sorry, I've got this power pack as well, this Strymon Power Pack, because, well, Strymon are a bit annoying about their pedals, and if you don't use their power pack, you get like it can be a hit or miss situation. So I find this to be quite good. So yeah, my favourite pedal on this board by far is this here. It's made by a guy called Neil Robert Grimes, who's based in Eastbourne in the south coast of England. These are absolutely beautiful. I mean, he's got lots of different pedals, but you'll be speaking to our violin player maybe as well. But anyway, this is a distortion, which is really lovely. It has 2 settings, which yeah, it's just lovely to fun to play around with. This cat and the angry cat. I think it's called a purrer. Is that what it's called? Yeah, I think it's called the NRG purrer, as in like purr like a cat. Yeah, it's really simple. It's got a kind of a fat sort of thing. This is like low endy kind of engagement, lower mid sort of thing, and then this is like a top end thing, and then this is just the overall volume, and that's to engage that EQ thing there. Yeah, and you can change the level of the angry guy so that it can actually act as a boost as well as just an angrier distortion, which is nice. Yeah, that's my favorite pedal. This guy is great. I picked it up for about $250, $300 or something like that. I don't know if they have them over here, but it's just an amp simulator pedal. It has you can have 9 different amps on it, and you just load it up on a piece of software. But once you have it in there, you can still, once you have the actual amp in there, you can still kind of change the general settings of the bass. That's turned up way too loud. That's not supposed to be there. Bass, mids, treble, presence, and yeah, you can do customization stuff using a laptop. I've not got too much into it. I just got something that I liked, and I've kind of stuck with that. And I use this boost actually quite a lot, because what it allows you to do is you can customize the boost so that when you engage it brings in certain elements like EQ to the boost. So when you boost it, it doesn't like just boost all this mad awful shit. You can make it kind of give it quite a very level boost that doesn't make anything poke out too much. I like that a lot. So that's basically my amp. The good thing about this setup for me is that I can turn up anywhere in the world and take it out, and it sounds the exact same no matter where I am. And I like that for the reliability, Yeah, I guess then all of the Lexus or all of the Strymons are just I don't know why. I just came along, I saw people had one of these. Someone was using this in a studio. It's like a Leslie simulator, really nice. I just use that for some interesting effecty stuff. The Flint is absolutely great. I always have this reverb engaged, just in the 70s 70s reverb, which is supposed to some kind of amp spring type thing, but it's not like crazy springy. And I use the tremolo on there all the time as well. And yeah, and then on the Blue Sky, I generally use that for a really wet reverb. But sometimes I have that wet reverb as my favorite setting, but then on the non-favorite pedal setting, I'll have a sort of a shimmery thing, which I might sometimes engage as well. That's kind of my setup, yeah. So Alfie was talking about these microphones already, the de factos. Oh, they're absolutely beautiful. But also just a note, just thanks to Dave, we also have our names all nicely labelled in black and white, so that people out there can't see it, but we know whose is who. So yeah, if you want to come and see us anytime, we gig quite a lot. We're only just starting to work in North America now, but yeah, check out our website, hudsontaylormusic.com. Yeah, to see what all of this stuff sounds like. I think it sounds pretty good. Yeah, thanks very much.